Good afternoon. So I guess we'll just wait a couple of minutes.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Hi, Allie. Hi, Dr. Millie. It's Delia.
Hi, Delia.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Great. Really looking forward to today's presentation.
Yeah, so am I. I just got in from my physical therapy, so I'm trying to get myself situated here.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Millie, and welcome to another amazing edition of Virtual Health Club. Today we have our demo coach, health and wellness coach, Allie Might. She is back for her monthly session, and I'm super excited to hear what she has to say about supplementation today. Allie's currently studying functional medicine at the School of Applied Functional Medicine, and she's also been working for a supplements company for several years, and so she's recommending supplements on a daily basis to customers, clients, as well as studying nutritional biochemistry. So very excited to have you here, Allie, and also I believe you do have a special offer at the end, so definitely stay tuned till the end. This is a new month here at Health Club, so we've got new specials, new product specials, and especially for those of you who are new, we've also got a special offer for you. So do stay tuned and take it away, Allie.
Thank you so much. I thought that it would be a really good idea to kind of, sit down and spend some time really kind of talking about supplements. It's something that can be really hard to navigate. No matter what you're looking for, whether you walk into an actual supplement store, if you're searching online, or if you're going into, like a drugstore or some of those, big national chains that are all out there that sell so many different varieties of supplements, different brands, what to look for. And it can get very, very overwhelming and kind of stressful, when you see all these different options out there and you kind of don't really know what it is that you need, what you may not need, what's actually necessary. Other than, a few of the basics that we've all kind of heard of, like vitamin C's, things like that everyone knows, everyone has heard of. But I wanted to, like I said, just kind of go through and talk about, kind of 10 big supplements that are, very popular. Most people, they're going to be really, really helpful and beneficial for, as well as how to figure out which ones are going to be good for you. So let's start, by talking about something that we all have heard of. We all know multivitamins. Multivitamins are some of those things that are really kind of essential for every single person out there. Every person can benefit from taking a multivitamin. Whether they're kids, whether, men, women, different energy levels, whatever stage that you're at in your life, whether you're, a younger person coming up, women that are of childbearing age, there's multivitamins out there for them. There's vitamins, like I said, just for energy and basic multis. This one here that I just kind of happened to highlight, I really like this one because it's a pretty basic multivitamin. You can get it with iron, without iron, depending on your personal health issues or lab work. And what you really want to look for when looking at multivitamins, you want to see a nice variety of different vitamins. Most are going to have your basic, your A, your C, your E. Most of them are going to have a B complex in there. So you're going to get everything in there. You're also going to look for, most of them are going to have a little bit of calcium, your minerals like magnesium, manganese. All of those are going to be in there, as well as some of them have antioxidants, extra antioxidants, some of them don't. But I really like this one. This is a really good baseline for you to start with, and then you kind of start building from here once you get your multivitamin. And that's where we're going to kind of start to go. This, you know, like I said, this, you're going to find them with or without iron. Things focus on different energy levels and everything. So we'll start here with our baseline, and then we'll start to build. We're going to now go on to calcium. We all know everybody needs calcium. Very few people don't. But most people out there are going to need some sort of calcium, particularly women. You know, we want to help protect our bones. You know, you're going to look for, within your calcium supplement, it should have a fair amount of calcium, a nice amount of magnesium. Throughout the day, you should be getting that within a 2-to-1 ratio. So for instance, you usually need approximately about 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day. You can take that all at once, or you can kind of split it up depending on how you like to do it. In a powder form like this, it's usually pretty good. This I would normally take twice a day. And I would do that if I'm taking a tablet, but the tablets are normally way too big. So I love this form because it does come in a powder, and you just mix it in with some water, just a couple ounces of water, and it's going to have your calcium, your magnesium. There's some vitamin D in there, which is also going to be beneficial for your bones as well. And they're all going to work, you know, very synergistically to help protect us. And from there, we'll move on. Kind of want to talk about some B complex. B complex is going to be, you know, everything that you need within your Bs. You're going to have, you know, your B1, your B2, you're going to have like your vitamin B6, which we all know is really beneficial for the nervous system. You're going to have your B12 in there. B12 is going to help to increase your energy. And also a very good B complex is also, you're going to find it's going to help to de-stress you because it helps to really balance you out. And that's where, like, especially like the B6 comes into play, because it does focus so much on the nervous system and your brain. This particular one, because it's an activated B complex, it's more methylated. So what that means is it's more bioidentical to your body. Your body is going to absorb it better. Your body is going to work with it better. And you don't need such high doses like so many of them out there. That you don't really need to take, you know, a B100 complex, which is like mega doses of vitamin B, because this one is more bioidentical to your body. You don't need those mega doses, and you can get away with a smaller amount, and you're getting even better benefits because your body is really going to use them better. Like I said, you know, absorb them, break them down, and use them for what your body truly needs. I kind of want to now get into some of our antioxidants. Antioxidants, this particular one, it's called OPC3. Basically what it is it's your grapeseed extract. It's a really nice complex. It has, you know, some of your bioflavonoids, some citrus, a little bit of bilberry, which is going to help to protect things like your eyes. You know, your pine bark, which has really been a great antioxidant. Again, a little bit of red wine extract, and obviously your grapeseed extract. Grapeseed extract is one of those huge powerhouse antioxidants that if you're only going to take one antioxidant, this is definitely the one to take. It pretty much can help with anything. It's great for the circulatory system, helps get the blood flowing, helps to protect your veins. It helps with people with allergies. It helps with anti-aging. It can even help with inflammation. So this is just such a super powerhouse when it comes to antioxidants. And the really cool thing that I love about this one is it comes in a couple of different forms. So you can take it in a powder form, mix it in with some, you know, a couple ounces of water in the morning or afternoon. Helps to energize you and, you know, drink it up real quickly. Or it also comes in a really cute, almost like little chews. And they're only about maybe a half an inch long. And they have this amazing grape flavor because you're getting the flavoring from the grapes. So that's a really cool thing. I always love to keep those in my purse to help give me that little boost when I'm on the go, whether it's a little bit of an energy boost or, I have really bad seasonal allergies, so I always like to try to have something with me in case I'm in a situation where I'm around a lot of pollen. I can, take something really, really quickly and easily. And the chews help me out with that a lot. I will tell you, don't keep them on hand too much in your purse in the hot, hot weather, because they will melt. And I found that out the hard way. But they are really good at, if you're going to be kind of like in and out, running errands, in and out of the car, in and out of stores, or, stopping in, maybe to meet a friend for lunch or something. It's a really good thing to kind of have on hand. But if you're going to spend the day outside, you may want to, consider the powder instead, because it won't melt on you. But yeah, like I said, this is such a powerhouse antioxidant, and you get so many amazing benefits from it that, one and done with this particular antioxidant, especially for people that, don't like to take a lot of different products. This is definitely, the one to take. NAC, which is, we kind of talked about this a little bit last month when we talked about our traveling webinar. NAC is this amazing antioxidant that helps to protect our livers. It helps to, detoxify them. It's going to help to detoxify also any kind of, chemicals in the body, particularly radiation for people that are traveling, going through airports, people that, maybe their doctor for whatever reason, needs to order some kind of a test, be it, MRIs, x-rays. This is a really, really good antioxidant to help to protect us against things like that. And I think it's also a great antioxidant because so many of us are so connected to, our cell phones or our tablets. And, we don't want to forget that we do get radiation from those. So this is a great way to help protect us against that and kind of detoxify anything going through our bodies. It's also, one of my favorite things about it too is NAC helps also with our respiratory system. So it helps to, open up our lungs. Like I said, with my, environmental allergies, it's really important for me to, keep my lungs open, being able to breathe, being able to take that full deep breath that, you really need to, relax, de-stress, and, just be able to breathe and, live and be vital. It's, great during this time of year. It's also a really, really good thing to have, even within the winter months, as, we're, about halfway through summer now, and, fall is going to be right around the corner, and winter's, not too far off. So this is a great thing to also have on hand, as the season change, because this is great to take during, like I said, not only allergy seasons, but also, cold and flu seasons. It helps to keep our lungs open, keep us breathing better, as we're, making sure that we're not contracting any of those things. And if for some reason, maybe we do, this will help us to be able to breathe, keep us clear, and, keep us as healthy as possible, and, hopefully keep anything, down into a minimum. Let's see here. So we're about halfway done. Does anyone have any questions as thus far? Okay. So we'll kind of move on to the next one. This one is resveratrol. Resveratrol is kind of a really cool one. Resveratrol is that component it comes from the skin of red grapes. So this is that component that everyone says, red wine is so good for you because it has resveratrol. It has very, very minimal resveratrol. You really need to take the supplement. You're not going to get it from, the liquid source. You really need to take it, whether it's in a capsule or in a powdered form like this. It's this amazing antioxidant that is really, really beneficial for anti-aging. It's, going to be helpful for your brain, helps to rejuvenate, all of your cells. And I also like to tell people when they're taking something like a resveratrol, it's really important. I like to tell them to take it in the evening, before bed, because it's going to help to work throughout the night as your cells are already wanting to rejuvenate themselves. So this is really just going to kind of take that process to the next level and give you the ultimate benefit from this particular supplement and antioxidant. Oops. Okay, so omega-3s, these are more commonly, we know them better as fish oils. There's different forms, different ways of getting your omega-3s. This particular one is from, sardines and anchovies, which are high in, these omegas that we need. Other sources, you can get these things from krill. You can get them from salmon, which is a great thing to incorporate into our diets, just to get that little bit of extra omegas. Taking it in a soft gel form like this, you're getting about 1,000 milligrams. I would normally recommend, I'd like to take it about twice a day. I like to take it, morning and evening, usually with breakfast and lunch, breakfast and dinner. There's so many different benefits. Our omega-3s, they help with inflammation. It can help with pain. I've personally taken them, a lot of times instead of taking aspirin or, acetaminophen and those things out there to reduce inflammation. One day for some reason I had my calf muscle, for whatever reason, it became very swollen and inflamed. I could actually notice the difference between both legs just wearing a pair of jeans. So for whatever reason, I don't know what I did, but this particular muscle became really, really inflamed and swollen. So I took I added in a little bit of extra omega-3s from my fish oil. And by the next day, it was completely gone. No more pain. The inflammation wasn't even noticeable anymore. So it's a really, really amazing anti-inflammatory, and it's such a great alternative to those, dangerous over-the-counter anti-inflammatories that could be damaging to our stomach linings, our digestive systems, and, even our brains, if we're taking too much of it. So this is such a great alternative to that. Your omega-3s are also going to do things. They're going to help to protect your heart. It's great for your circulatory system and your veins and arteries. It's amazing for people that, whether they have it themselves or, a family history and they're just trying to use a lot of preventative measures. Great for people with, family history of heart disease, high cholesterol, elevated blood pressure. So this is a really good thing to help support people in those situations and, really help to support them, keep them healthy, give them a little bit of extra boost that we all need. It's also a powerhouse. It's great for our brains. There's a component in it called DHA, which is essential for healthy brain function. It's good to not only keep the brain healthy, but it helps to guard against, things like dementia. So people that have a family history, this is something that is a really good preventative measure to help keep your brain healthy and, hopefully, ward some of those things off that we don't want to, start developing, as we age and, go through our life cycle. It's also very, very good for your skin. It's great for your joints. It adds lubrication to our joints that, we all need to just stay healthy and proper and movable. There are a few different, another alternative that I just kind of want to bring up for people that are, vegan or vegetarian. I normally do eat like that, but, there are a few instances where I personally allow myself to kind of stray. And when it comes to omegas, I feel that, fish oil is the best thing for me. So I do allow myself to kind of, it's like that 10% that I allow myself that wiggle room. So this is one of those things that I don't budge on. I love fish oils as my omega-3. The people that, are, more stricter and don't like to stray at all, you can look for things like flaxseed, which is going to give you those omegas that you also need. And that's more of a vegetarian source. Okay, so our next thing to talk about really is some digestive enzymes and your probiotics. Digestive enzymes, as it said, these are the enzymes that are going to help us to break down and properly digest our food. These can be taken, some people will take them if they have maybe a mild sensitivity to something, and, it's a little, they're just not ready to fully take it out of their diet. So this is something that's going to help their body properly break down and digest a lot of these different foods. It's also really good to take digestive enzymes if we are in a different situation where we may be around a lot of foods that we may not be particularly accustomed to. People that are traveling and, maybe grabbing more things on the go. These are a few really, really great examples on why you would want to take digestive enzymes. I find taking something like this, like I have them in these little packets, which are great, and they're easy to keep in my purse, keep on me at all times. So if I'm ever in a situation, plans may change, you may, have something that you're maybe not particularly accustomed to. I can have some of this and I feel so much better. I don't have to worry about, any of that extra bloating. My body's going to properly break down whatever I'm having, and this helps to support that. It's also really nice because it also has probiotics in there, and probiotics are absolutely 100% essential to everyone, as far as I'm concerned. Probiotics, they help with your digestive tract. They are going to help put that healthy bacteria back into your gut that we all need. We've all been on, at some point in our life, have been on probably an antibiotic at least once. Anytime that we're on something like that, not only does it kill the bad bacteria, but it's also going to kill the good bacteria because it can't really figure out what's what, so it just goes in and kills everything. So it's really important then to supplement with those probiotics. If you are somebody that's coming off of antibiotics, a really good tip for that is to make sure that, you may want to take a little bit of extra probiotics for, a couple of weeks just to help really, truly replenish. And just a basic probiotic, once a day is really good just for maintenance. And an amazing thing is your probiotics are also going to help to increase your immune system, keep us healthy so that we don't have to, hopefully not have to worry about getting sick and check, colds, viruses, flus, any of those things throughout the year. So we have, a couple of little added bonuses with, these digestive enzymes and our probiotics. And I'm just going to kind of dip this a little bit. I'm going to demonstrate how we would use something like this. So anytime that you have any of these supplements, particularly the ones in the jars, it comes with these cute little cups, and there's a line on it here at 2 ounces. So what we're going to do, there's 2 servings of this particular packet. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm only going to use 1 serving. So I'm going to empty about half the packet into here. This usually comes out pretty good, but these, okay. Usually this time of year, I keep these always in the refrigerator. I find that if I have them on hand too much with me, they will kind of clump up a little bit, but there's really nothing wrong with them. It'll, the water will dissolve it. It's just something that happens. So we're just gonna kind of, and as you can see, it's already starting to dissolve, which is really good. Okay, and there's a slight little bit of effervescence in here. And it's almost completely dissolved already. Okay, so as you can see, I have it filled up to the 2-ounce line here. So what you would do once it's all dissolved, you just kind of drink it. And it's a really easy way to get, you know, not only your probiotics and your digestive enzymes, but this is also how you would use most of the other supplements that we've talked about. The ones, for instance, if you happen to have them in the jar, you just take a capful, you know, dump a little bit of the powder, you know, dump it in here, and then fill it to your 2-ounce line. And all of these have a really pleasant taste. This one actually has kind of a citrusy taste. So it's a very easy, very pleasant. You don't have like that weird vitamin-y taste that people are usually always worried about. So these are amazing, and you know, I find them to be pretty fast acting, especially things like this. For me, I see results, you know, almost, you know, pretty immediately. It really gets into your bloodstream and digests really quickly. Just going to finish up. As you can see, even though it was, you know, a little bit of clumps from, you know, being with me in the heat and not in the refrigerator, there you go, it completely dissolved. You don't see anything in there. So that's basically how you would take something like that. You know, like I said, really quick, really easy. You know, these little cups that you get, you know, make mixing super, super easy. So we'll kind of move on to our next one a little bit here. Vitamin D, this is vitamin D3, and this one also has your K2 in there. So this one is actually at a pretty good dose. There's about, if I remember, there should be about, I think, 5 or 6,000 IUs of vitamin D3 in here, which kind of sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Most people are fairly deficient in vitamin D. Most lab work and doctors will tell you, you know, around 50. I've even had doctors, you know, say that it's okay even if it's, you know, a little bit, you know, under 50, as long as it's over 20, usually about 20 or 30. For optimum health, you really want to see it somewhere between 50 and 80. The closer to 80, the better. So, you know, like I said, most people are fairly deficient in vitamin D. So you normally do need a fairly good amount. That's why I really do like this one. You know, it gives you all the vitamin D that you need for the day. And because it's coupled with the K2, with a higher dose of vitamin D, you're getting all of that in there. You know, we do obviously need our vitamin D to help with, you know, strong and healthy bones, because we know that it does work with our calcium. But people that are really, really deficient in vitamin D can have a lot of other symptoms. You know, some people feel, you know, very, you know, stressed out, anxious. I've seen with a lot of clients that are struggling with anxiety or depression, like, you know, I see a lot of them happen to have really, really low vitamin D levels. So it's a very interesting to see how, you know, that vitamin D can be linked to so many other things, you know, whether it be stress, anxiety, you know, sluggishness, being tired. So this is a really good way, not only to help combat that, but also to keep those bones super, super strong, super healthy. Sorry. And, you know, getting things, you know, fortified with vitamin D is okay, but, you know, it doesn't seem to be quite enough. And, you know, we know that we do get really great vitamin D from the sun, but you do kind of have to be out there for, you know, a little bit of time. And, you know, we do want to always, you know, protect our skin with sunscreen, because we don't want to get those UV rays and, you know, set ourselves up for, you know, other illnesses. So supplementing with vitamin D is much better because we're really not getting from the sun what we think we are. So this is a really great way to start getting, you know, that vitamin D that we need for so many different things other than just our bones. You know, it's really great just for optimum health, for so many things, you know, healthy brain function, our energy levels, you know, and just kind of getting us through the day. Really great. And one of our last ones that I really want to talk about, this particular one, it's called Complete Greens. And what it is it's a green supplement. It kind of helps us to get, you know, everything that we need from, you know, our leafy greens and our vegetables throughout the day. It is actually recommended that we get about 4.5 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables throughout the day. Most of those should obviously be your vegetables or your leafy greens, which are going to be things, you know, for instance, like spinach, your kales, your Swiss chards, collard greens, you know, all things like that are going to be really good, as well as any other kinds of vegetables. And just kind of want to touch on this part a little bit. You know, anything out there, you know, your peppers, you know, like tomatoes, eggplants, you know, any kind of vegetables out there. Keep in mind, you do want to kind of eat a rainbow. So, you know, you can, it's kind of a fun way to get those things in, you know, whether, you know, between your fruits and vegetables. For optimum health, I do like to tell people they should be closer to like 5 to 9 servings of those fruits and vegetables a day, mostly vegetables and leafy greens. Sadly, most people only get about half the recommended dose or recommended amount every day. So most people on average are probably only getting about maybe 2.5 to 3 servings if they're lucky a day. So something like this, this particular photo, it actually comes in a pill form. So you get a tablet, and it's kind of, you know, it's like a powder green and kind of compressed into your tablet. So you can take these, usually take about 3 a day, and that's going to help you to start getting some of those, that supplement from the greens and veggies that we just aren't normally getting throughout the day. Another way of taking something like this is to take it in a powder form, which again, you would take usually about 2 scoops, add it to, then I would start adding it to like a glass of water, usually about 6 ounces you need. You know, mix it in and you can drink it up like that. Some people like to add it to a smoothie, but it's a really good way to kind of get those extra, you know, greens and veggies to help us get to, you know, that optimum health. Usually on average, it can be anywhere, you know, depending on how much you're taking, anywhere from about 1 to up to 3 servings that you can supplement, you know, this way or through a powder. Personally, supplemented greens, I like it better in a powder form. I think personally, I just like how it tastes. But I think it also helps you to, you know, get some of that water intake that we need. People that just don't like the taste of the powder greens, you know, being able to have something in a pill form, it, you know, can really, really be extra beneficial so that they can start to, you know, start their way on getting to that point to getting their dosage of, you know, their 5 to 9 for their optimum health. Kind of want to show you a little bit when I don't have things and, you know, my little packets that I keep with me, you know, in a bag, you know, throughout the day. For things that I have in, you know, pill form like this, I have a little pill carrier. This particular one I like because it has 4 different slots. So I can kind of fill it so I know, you know, what I want to take, you know, breakfast, if I take anything, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, what I take with lunch. I have it all separated. So I make it as easy as possible for myself. And this is easy to find in my bag, you know, wherever I'm at, you know, going to work, you know, running errands for the day. It's easy to see and find in my bag. It's kind of right there as soon as I open it up. I do know some people that prefer like the little pill bags, which, you know, do work fine. For me, you know, I find that they're more easily kind of get lost within our bags, you know, with everything else that we're carrying. So I do like to have stuff like this where it's a little bit easier, you know, just to see and find, and it's a lot more, you know, readily available so we really don't forget. So I kind of want to see at this point if anyone has any questions on anything. We kind of went through, you know, a lot of different types of supplements, you know, how to take them, what they're really good for. Oops, there we go.
You shared a lot of information and
Yes.
yeah, and a lot of amazing supplements also. I like how you started with the multivitamin, because multivitamin and mineral formula is what most people know. But what most people, because the FDA regulates dietary supplements in such a way, it does not allow companies to say that dietary supplements treat anything.
Correct.
But as practitioners of health and wellness, we know that we use dietary supplements to treat a variety of symptoms, also prevent, also help to recover from chronic disease. And so just because we're not allowed to say this in the media, it needs to be known that when it comes to multivitamins and minerals, like a formula, their doses are so low in that case that it really just is more like an insurance policy, that people are getting the baseline of the multivitamins and minerals that they need as is recommended by the FDA. So it's really the minimum levels that we need for a healthy person that's eating a 2,000 calorie diet, who is of considered a normal body weight. It's the minimum level that they need in order to prevent getting any nutritionally related diseases. Right. So it is very low dose. It is a very low dose. And so there's nothing wrong with multivitamins and minerals because they are this insurance policy. Mm-hmm. But as you kind of went on in the presentation, you got more specific with some of the vitamins and supplements that we would use to treat things, alleviate symptoms, that have extra benefits like anti-inflammation and cancer prevention and autoimmune support and allergy support and blood pressure regulation. And so you have gotten more specific as we went into them. And you were very careful to follow and abide by DSHEA laws, which is not to say that dietary supplements treat anything, but I'm just kind of saying, just because we're in this private group, that you know, some people need a lot more B vitamins, for instance, than what's in a multivitamin. And as you mentioned, they need the more specialized version, which is the methylated version, because a lot of people have that SNP, that gene SNP, that they can't metabolize B vitamins, especially as they get to a certain age. So I just want to put that out there for people wondering, you know, why they would take higher levels or why they take more specific or vitamins that are separated instead of just a multivitamin. And it's because many people actually do need higher levels, even though this line, one great thing about this line is that it's highly absorbable and it still does keep the dosing to the minimum therapeutic dose. But a therapeutic dose is a dose that treats, whereas the minimal recommended daily intake is simply just the minimum dose that the FDA recommends to prevent from getting any nutritionally related chronic disease like scurvy, for instance, or beriberi, which is like a B2 vitamin deficiency. So I just want to put that out there to everybody listening because it is important. But that's great. I love all those supplements. I mean, we had 3 of them on special last month. We had the NAC, which is in our hepato cleanse formula, the liver detox formula, which helps to make glutathione, the master antioxidant. So you said that. We had the omega-3s, which are the DHA and the EPA, the 2 omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil. And we had the OPC3, which I think we've had actually on special for a couple months, and that's the superfood powder that's made from all those really healthy purple and red berry antioxidants.
It's such a powerhouse. Yeah,
it's amazing. So great for inflammation, blood pressure, as you mentioned, circulation, allergies, antioxidant, cancer prevention. So just detox, just amazing, super amazing food powder.
Right. And it's one of those things for people just starting to get into supplements, you know, to take something like an OPC3 along with their multivitamin, just to, you know, right there is just a very, very minimum baseline to start with, and adding in that OPC3 with your multi is just going to give you some great, amazing health benefits.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a foundations nutrition protocol. And if people have further health issues, like if they are going through allergy season or something like that, then they can always take 3 and 4 doses of
Right.
OPC3 a day
Yep.
without any harm. Or if somebody has autoimmune disease, for instance, I often recommend that level, so it can be safely increased over time for everyday use, or even just for specific times when people maybe have more knee pain or more joint pain
Mhm.
or those allergies. So
Right, right. Yes, I do the same thing, like I said, with my omega-3s when I take them, I take, my basic dose, morning and evening. And then, if I have any pain or inflammation, I'll increase that for a couple of days until it's gone and then go back to my baseline dosage. So, there's always ways to, adjust things, fluctuate things, just depending on what's going on personally with you at that particular time.
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the amazing things about supplements as opposed to medications. And it's not that we can stop all of our medications all the time, but supplements really are just like food. They're a matter of getting it into your system. And
Mhm.
yeah, there might be better times to get it, to take them, and worse times to take them. But really, it's a matter of just like getting them into your lifestyle most days of the
Absolutely.
week in order to get the benefits. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, so I, I guess my concern is these vitamins all sound great, and right now, Dr. Millie knows I'm taking the liver detox
Okay.
and the Axe. So
Okay.
I do want to add the OPC3 since I'm hearing such wonderful things about that.
Mhm.
But I guess my concern with all these, then I'm taking IC3 dim, and it's like, okay, when do I, and Dr. Millie did explain some of this to me, like, when do I take what, when, and, the dosing. And then now you're saying that if you have more information that you can take a little bit more. And so I'm not knowledgeable like that to say, okay, well, it says to take 2 capsules a day, but I'm experiencing this, so let me increase it to 4, because I don't want to overdose on anything. And so that's my confusion in all of this. And then the other thing is, with some of the things that I'm taking, I'm sure there's some overlap because some of the other supplements might have what the curcumin or the hepato cleanse has. So, like, how does someone like me know how to do all of this?
Okay. So, uh, okay. I guess the best way to kind of answer this is, like, have you ever sat down like with Dr. Millie or like one of us coaches to kind of go over everything that you're taking?
No.
No, that would probably be a really good way to start. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Millie, but I think that's probably one of the best ways to start. Kind of go over everything that you're taking, and figure out the proper doses for you. How to take it. What to add, and how to kind of create the best plan for you. Because it's a hard question to answer without knowing too much about your history. So I don't want
Right.
to
Okay.
make a complete recommendation without really knowing too much. So yeah, sitting down one-on-one with one of us would be actually a perfect place to start.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Delia, we've covered that sometime in the coaching calls that you come
Right.
on. Yeah,
Right.
so I mean, right now you're not taking anything that's overlapping.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
So
like it from what she's mentioned.
yeah, and if you added the OPC3, you wouldn't be overlapping anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible sometimes that people are overlapping, especially if they're taking lots of different vitamins. But the products that you're taking right now are kind of meant to be taken together, and so you don't really have any overlap. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be on everything forever either. So that's another thing, is like supplement regimes come and go, right? Like we do something for 6 months or a year or even a shorter period of time, just depending on what the issue is, and then we can kind of bring new things in and let other things go as well. So just depending on what the protocol is, or the program that you're following. So that's the benefit of actually being supervised by a health coach or a doctor such as myself. So so that's available for you as as part of Health Club, either in the group or if you want to take advantage of. Allie, what's your promotion this month actually?
My promotion this month, and this might be a good good thing for DLA to take advantage of. I'm going to offer 10 consultations, complimentary consultations where we kind of go over a little bit about your health history, your health concerns, and we'll go over what supplements you're taking and how to come up with a really good supplement regimen that's more designed specifically for you. And that's going to be for the first 10 people.
Oh, so you're offering the first 10 people 10 complimentary sessions?
Right, 10 sessions too. Yeah, or no. First
10 people, one session.
The first 10 people to sign up will get
one session.
A complimentary session, strategy session to go over, all of your health concerns and to get a customized supplement recommendation list.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
So the first 10 people to sign up for what?
For one of our programs.
Oh,
for one of her programs.
Yes.
So that's either the starter, standard, or supreme program that NatMed Coach offers, right?
Okay.
So the starter program is one 30-minute session a month for 6 months. It's a $99 a month. So you get Health Club included in that. The
But what if you already have the Health Club? Like I already have the Health Club.
If you already have Health Club, then it's the additional. So it's right now you're paying your Health Club fee. So that's the starter minus your Health Club fee that you would pay on top. So the total would be $99, and it would include your Health Club. Okay. Yeah. So and then you would get one session from Allie plus her bonuses and her texting or whatever, everything else she offers in her program per month for 6 months minimum. So that's the starter. And so it gives you one-on-one. It gives you a consistent one-on-one. So you're not only doing group. And of course you can still consider to consult me in the community coaching, which we're having tonight at 7:30, not tomorrow, it's tonight. And whereas the standard is 3 sessions with the naturopath and then 9 sessions with the health coach over a 6-month period of time. And that's $299 a month. And then we've got the Supreme program, which is 6 sessions with the naturopath, 20 sessions with the health coach over 6 months, and that's $519. And you get a functional medicine test, and that's $519 a month. So those are our programs in addition to Health Club that we offer. And so anybody who signs up for one of those programs, the first 10 people gets an extra supplements overview session with Allie starting today. Okay, and I'll put that in the email. But yeah, go ahead, Allie. Okay. Questions.
Budget-wise, I guess I can probably try to do the first one. But now, I don't want to, how do I say this? I know I've been dealing with you, Dr. Millie, so I don't want to seem disloyal by sign. Like, how does this work?
Well, Allie gets supervised by me.
Right.
Oh,
so we're all on the same team.
I don't want to step on any toes.
No. We all work. This is NatMed Coach, so we're a collective. So we all work together. So I'm the doctor that oversees, or if I'm not your doctor, then Dr. Selassie is your doctor. But in any way, we all work together. There's no stepping on toes. So.
Oh, okay. I just want to try to do things properly and correctly.
Oh yeah, no. This is how we're set up. We're a collective. We all work together. So. So we're happy for you to work with anybody that you like. Okay. And that's an excellent offer from Allie. And so we'll send out the link. So if you do want to sign up for that, then we'll just adjust, your membership plan, what you're doing now. And then you can get started with Allie right away. Then you can continue to consult with me. And then it just means that I'll inform Allie as to what we've discussed. And we'll just all this is your integrative team. So this is really the vision for NatMed Coach beyond Virtual Health Club, is that our members can also have access to working with us more one-on-one if you need to, at whatever point you realize that this is something that you want to do. And you do that for 6 months, which is a program, and then you can go back to just being with us again with Health Club. And so there's a continuity of care, and we're all just here working together. But you get the attention you get the one-on-one attention opportunities that you need as well. And that's the same for everybody out there listening who are members and people who are considering being members, as well as for you, Delia.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So that's great. So that was a really informative session. Thank you so much for doing that, Allie. You have so much supplements experience. This woman is working in supplements 5 days of the week, and she has been doing that for years. And so she's constantly recommending supplements. And this line that she's talking about is amazing. And of course, there's other lines out there that are really good as well. And not every supplement line offers the same, you know, every product.
Right.
But we can always work that out for you, because it's definitely patient first, patient centered, and so what you need is what we would recommend. And I just want to tell a little bit about what's upcoming on Health Club. So we're at the beginning of July, so we've got 3 new product specials. We've got community coaching tonight, and then again in 2 weeks, which will probably be on the Wednesday. Then on Tuesday, July 16th, we've got a mood and movement workshop. So it's the 4th of our 4 mental health series, and we're going to be talking about movement. So we're going to be talking about exercise versus natural movement, which is what people who live in the blue zones tend to engage in. They don't have gyms. People who live in the blue zone, which are these areas of the world with the longest living people, don't go to gyms for their movement. So they do something called natural movement. So we're going to be talking about that, the value of exercise, what it does to our hormones, how it improves our mood. And then we've got Dr. Patricia Pimentel-Selassie on July 20th. She is switching over. She's finished her 6-month series on CBD now, and she is going to be doing a session on beautiful, lustrous hair naturally. She's going to be talking about how to grow better hair, grow thicker hair, even as we age, how to address hormones, and the changes that our hormones make on our hair, as well as anti-graying. So how to engage in eating and nutrition to bring back your dark, beautiful hair, or your blonde, beautiful hair, depending on what color you have. And so that's going to be a really fun episode and really informative. And then on the 28th of July, I'll be speaking about the chronic fatigue conundrum. So this will be the second part of a series on fatigue. Last month I spoke about adrenal fatigue, and then this month I'm going to be speaking about chronic fatigue. And we've got some surprises in here as well. And then Allie, you will be back in a month talking about detoxification.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to that. So we've got a great month of Health Club ahead. Just because it's the summer does not mean we're slowing down. And we're really happy to have you on, Delia, and to everybody who's watching on replay. Definitely watch our current replays that are available to you if you're a member of the club. Take advantage of all your perks, your supplements discounts, Misfits Markets food box, and come on our community coaching call so you can get some of your questions answered. And we'll see you all in a couple of weeks, next week, tonight, whenever you show up.
Thanks so much. This was good.
Thank you. Bye.